11 or 11:30, she went to check on him, and he was gone.
Gone meaning?
He died.
They were attracted by the feces in his diaper. They laid eggs, those flies, in his diaper. And those eggs hatched into maggots. Ladies and gentlemen, of diaper rash. Diaper rash. And I told you the evidence will show that his skin was ruptured and began to slough off. That allowed the bacteria that was in his feces, E. coli bacteria, to enter into his system, into his bloodstream, and cause an infection.
Welcome to today's episode of Crime Story. In this episode, we will dive into the harrowing case of Sterling Koehn, a 4-month-old baby who's tragically lost his life due to severe neglect. This story uncovered the disturbing details surrounding his death and subsequent trial of his parents, Zachary Koehn and Cheyanne Harris. Viewer discretion is advised as this episode contains sensitive and graphic content. On August 30th, 2017, a disturbing call came through emergency responder at Alta Vista. Zachary Koehn reported that his son Sterling was unresponsive. When the paramedic arrived, they found Sterling's lifeless body in a swing in a dark, full of urine smell and feces. Sterling was covered in a severe diaper rash and a skin breakout. His diaper had not been changed more than 2 weeks and maggots were found crawling on his skin. Yes, you heard that right. There is maggots crawling on his skin. When I decided to do this story, trust me guys, I took 5 to 6 days to read out the full story and prepare myself to get this story out there. Zachary didn't let the paramedics go inside until one of the paramedics started yelling at him to let him go inside. From the autopsy, they found that Sterling had died from malfunction.
Before his death, his body racked by fever from infection, with maggots feeding on his body's fluids, on the contents of his diaper, laying in urine and feces.
So what happened?
He was born in the bathtub, so he had some breathing issues at first, but they'd gotten
The presence of the maggots indicate that Sterling diaper knot has been changed from 9 to 13 days. Dr. Timothy, a forensic, explained that development stage of the maggots were found on Sterling's body. He testified that the flies have been attracted to the odor from the dirty diaper. They would have been fed on the feces and bodily fluid. The maggots' presence on Sterling's body indicates severe neglect as they were appearing on a different stage. They laid egg and they crawl into his body. Zachary and Cheyanne, Sterling's parents, were both meth user. Zachary working long hours as a truck driver, leaving Cheyanne to take care of their children. Despite the obvious neglect sign, Zachary claimed to trust Cheyanne with Sterling's care. Cheyanne, however, overwhelmed and unable to provide the necessary care to Sterling. When they have a 2-year-old daughter, Nala, as well. In Jennifer, the babysitter, testified she saw Zachary and Cheyanne a few days later after Sterling's death. They appeared to be happy and discussed funeral plan. Jordan Clark, a friend of Zachary, testified that he often smoked meth with the couple and had no idea they had a baby boy, as Zachary never mentioned Sterling. Clark revealed Zachary called him the morning Sterling's body was found and concerned about finding a lost bag of meth. Yes, guys, he did not care about that 4-month-old baby died in that terrible condition, and he was only concerned about a lost bag of meth. 10 to 15 days after that, they didn't check on that poor baby. When they checked on him, found him unresponsive, and they both were standing outside. One of the neighbor came to him and asked him, he looked distressed. What happened? He said nothing, just our 4-month-old baby is unresponsive. And after, when the neighbor told him to call 911, that guy called in the 911 and been very casual about his conversation. Here you can hear the conversation.
On Prime Crime.
Chickasaw County 911.
Hey, ambulance.
Okay, what's going on?
Around 9, my girlfriend went to feed our son, and then about 11 or 11:30, she went to check on him, and he was gone.
Gone meaning?
He died. Down syndrome or what?
So Nala wakes you up around noon. What happens next?
I got up and changed her diaper, went to the bathroom myself, fed her, and then I got her set up in the living room to watch a movie for a little bit.
What did you feed her? Do you remember?
Grilled cheese.
That's okay.
And I started thinking, it's been a while since I heard from Sterling.
What happened next?
I got up and found him.
You found Sterling. Did you take him out of the swing, or is he still in the swing?
He was still in the swing.
Okay. Then what happens after he gets that?
After some freaking out and having no idea what to do or say, he called the ambulance.
Tell me, Sterling's schedule.
He normally was able to sleep through the night with no problem.
Okay. Where was Sterling?
In the next bedroom in the swing.
Okay. So Sterling was in the swing, but the swing wasn't moving at that point.
Zachary's trial, the prosecution presented overwhelming evidence of neglect and abuse. Zachary admitted he never changed Sterling's diaper, claiming he had a weak stomach. He also confessed to providing Cheyanne with meth. The prosecution argued that Zachary was home enough to know that Sterling was not being cared for and allowed him to die. The jury deliberated for less than an hour and before finding Zachary guilty of the first-degree murder and child endangerment. He was sentenced to life in prison. Cheyanne trial began in January 2019. Dr. Michael O'Hara, a psychological professor, testified that Cheyanne likely suffered from a major depression and a severe substance abuse, which impaired her ability to take care of Sterling. Despite this, the prosecution highlighted that Cheyanne managed to care herself and her daughter Nala, and showing selective neglect towards Sterling. During the trial, Cheyanne's unemotional demeanor was noted, similar to Zachary's during his trial. The jury deliberated for 5 hours before finding Cheyanne guilty of murder and a child endangerment. She was sentenced to life in prison.
The jury find the defendant guilty of murder in the first degree.
Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you or someone you know is struggling with substance abuse or mental health issue, please seek help. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more true crime story on Crime Story channel. Until next time, stay safe, take care. Thank you for watching.